And we're back. Hi everyone, I'm Michal, the head of Wix Partners. Since the last Open Studio, there's been some exciting things in the works that I can't wait to share with you. But first, a big hello to everyone tuning in to our watch parties from Sydney, LA, Tampa, Tel Aviv, and Taipei. Thanks for joining us. Before we start, I want to take a moment to celebrate the success of last month's Dev Studio Con in Bangalore. Huge thanks to more than 700 of you who came out to join us, including partners who contributed their time and expertise to help make the event that much more epic. The day was packed with keynotes, product demos, and expert-led workshops, and your energy took it to the next level. Here's a quick look into what the event had in store.
Namaste. I welcome you all to Wix Studios Global Developer Conference in India. We want to give you the right tools, knowledge, and tactics to become better entrepreneurs and create a strong ecosystem from India to the world. Our team has put together a fantastic set of keynotes for you to be inspired, empowered, and have fun. We would like to keep you winning and staying ahead of the game in this age of hyper-efficiency. What we are trying to do here is to create a strong community, and today is just the beginning.
I can't wait for the next one. Now, back to Open Studio. With me today are Gali Erez, the head of Studio Editor, Oren Inditsky, the head of Online Stores, and Yuval Blumenfeld, head of Mobile Widget Builder. So let's go over the plan for today. First, we'll showcase some truly inspirational creators and see how they are using Studio to grow their agency, earn more revenue, and make a real impact in their communities. Then, we'll take a look at some fresh features designed to streamline your workflow. Next, Gali will give a roundup of the latest updates in the editor, as well as all the ways we're incorporating AI to make your creation process even more efficient. Oren will then cover how we are continuing to optimize our business solutions to give you and your clients more powerful capabilities. After that, Yuval will demo a new tool you'll soon be able to use to create custom mobile apps. You don't want to miss it. And finally, we'll answer questions you submitted in our Q&A panel. Any question that we don't get to today will be answered in a link sent out after the event. And as always, our team will also be in the Studio Discord ready to answer your question during the event. So be sure to drop your comments there. Now let's get an inside look into how some creators are making the most of Studio's capabilities to expand their businesses. And who better to take us through it than Brad Hassey, the leader of Creative Crew, one of the web design communities we've partnered with.
Hey everyone, I'm Brad. After the last Open Studio in April, the whole community was buzzing about all the updates that came our way. But there were three things in particular we wanted to get our hands on: selling templates, Wix Studio Pitch, and Figma to Wix Studio plugin. Today we're going to check in with three agencies that have already started using these tools to speed up their day-to-day work and grow their businesses. First up, we have Coltelier by Juliana Leface, who's not only creating and selling Wix Studio templates, but also raising the bar when it comes to sleek and sophisticated design.
When I'm designing templates, my inspiration comes from fashion and editorials. All of our templates have a luxury vibe to them, with a strong use of typography and photography. When it comes to creating templates, I always design with the user in mind and their end goals. One of our templates is geared towards influencers, since there are really no websites that allow them to easily swap out their videos and input past collaborations. I believe that selling templates is the one missing piece of recurring revenue that I was looking for my own agency. I really feel like it will benefit agency owners as an additional income stream, but also allow them to work off of beautiful templates to help speed up their workflow.
Now that's a strategy to make your work stand out. Next, let's check in with Dreamworth Agency and see how founder Karima Williams uses Studio Pitch to elevate her approach to landing potential clients.
Getting new and existing clients to fall in love with Wix Studio is so much easier now with the Pitch Studio templates. I recently personalized a template for a restaurant client. I was able to add their name, their logo, and show some of my most recent designs. The beautiful thing though about this template is that it's a live site experience. To make it more compelling, I did go ahead and add some reviews and some case studies, just to reassure them that they're making the best decision.
I think we all know that signing a client is not one size fits all. It's such a powerful tool because we can customize it to speak directly to our potential clients' unique needs and pain points. As you know, the long-awaited Figma to Wix Studio plugin dropped recently, and Hardik Bansali wasted no time transforming his Figma designs into responsive masterpieces. Let's hear more about it from him.
I mean, the Figma to Wix Studio plugin has been a really game changer for us. The fact that I can bring all the static mockups from Figma to Wix Studio and then adding all the flair of animations on that design and adding all those business apps, I think it's like cutting down all the time from 2 weeks to like 2 days and polishing it up and giving it out to the client really, really fast. I don't know what's coming in the next surprise from the Wix team. So yeah, I was just excited for that.
Amazing stuff. Brad is doing some incredible things himself. His Creative Crew community has a bootcamp designed to help agencies scale by adding Studio to their toolkit. The first one is happening as we speak, but don't worry, you can register for the next bootcamp in the upcoming days. And this is just one of the initiatives the communities we're collaborating with are offering. The New Form community, led by Cole Jane and Brandon Gross, offer monthly workshops for building skills and design competitions with cash prizes. And for all the freelancers out there, Kyle Prinsloo's Freelance Femme is an accelerator program that gives creators who are just starting out an actionable growth plan. The next round kicks off in August, so don't forget to sign up. We'll include links to all these communities and programs in our event recap page, so be sure to check it out after we wrap things up. In the last Open Studio, we spoke about how we are also empowering creators through our Kickstart program, which aims to support and fund projects that help the studio community thrive. We've had an incredible amount of submissions so far, so thank you all for your amazing ideas. We've already selected and invested in a few of them, and submissions are ongoing, so if you have an idea for an event, course, partnership, hackathon, or anything else, we would love to hear about it. Now, let's check in on another game changer we announced last time, the ability to sell your templates. At the beginning of July, we officially open up Wix Studio template sales on the marketplace. I'm blown away by how you're already embracing this opportunity to earn more and showcase your expertise. And our recently launched built-in solution that lets you sell your Wix Studio and Wix templates outside of the marketplace means you also have the opportunity to reach new audiences and potential clients. I love seeing the unique ways you have been using animations, CMS, code, and more to create templates for a variety of industries. Some of my favorites so far are a scrolly-telling template packed with engaging animations, an elegant content-rich e-com template, a real estate template that incorporates CMS and code to ensure high functionality, and the school portfolio templates that are designed to help you stand out. Browse the marketplace and see which templates you could use for your next project or get inspired to start creating your own showstoppers. Now let's switch gears and take a look at some new ways to manage your day-to-day workflow more efficiently and intuitively. I want to start with a much requested update. We understand that the experience of managing emails and notifications for all your sites has been challenging, especially for those of you with a lot of client sites. So we added the option to manage your account notifications in bulk. With this, you can disable notification for all your sites in one click or manage notifications per site without affecting other site contributors or team members' notifications. Another improvement we've made is in the site dashboard. If there's a certain page in the dashboard that you or your client visit often, you can now bookmark it as favorite. You'll be able to get back to it quickly, see other pages you've recently viewed, and access them from the same panel. And last but not least, we have something really exciting that will centralize where you get all the studio updates and keep you in the loop. Introducing our new Studio tab, Chrome extension. The extension will make Studio tab your home screen. This means every time you open a new tab, you'll get product news, SEO Hub highlights, fresh Academy resources, design inspiration, and more. Plus, you can also include shortcuts to external tools you use. Okay, so now that we've had a look at your amazing work and the latest way to help you manage your workflow, I'm excited to welcome Gali. As the head of the studio editor, she's going to share what's new in the world of creation.
Thanks, Michal. So I'd like to start off with a recap. Since the last Open Studio, a really exciting feature has gone live. We officially launched Figma to Studio plugin. So many of you have tried it out and loved it, and it's incredible to see how it transforms your work and saves you time. It has been so rewarding for the team to see how exciting and helpful it is for you. Another exciting release was Max Width, which is also a huge time saver that helps you globally control scaling on larger screens. It's amazing to see the impact these features make on your day-to-day work, and that's exactly why we do this. We're constantly working behind the scenes to bring you features that will elevate your creations and make working in the Studio Editor as smooth as possible. Now, let's dive into our latest design capabilities. I'll start with a few that are going to help you bring your creative vision to life with unique and engaging visuals. We want to empower you with no-code capabilities, so we have some really cool effects rolling out. I'm sure you'll be very excited to try out blend effects, which you can now add without code, apply to text or images, and they'll blend together with the layer they are placed on to create new and striking color combinations when they overlap. This is so cool. And we've got another feature coming in the pipeline, glass effect. You'll be able to use it to give containers, repeaters, and grid cells the look of frosted glass with transparency and blur. It's an essential design capability and a really great way to add depth and interest with no code. I also want to highlight the sticky position for repeater items. Some of you may have already seen that you can now create scroll-stopping layouts with sticky cards, even when your repeater is connected to the CMS. We've added all of these design capabilities because it's our goal to empower you to create the most standout, incredible creations online. And that's also why we've added a new category of inspirational templates. They're a little bit different from our usual ones that are designed for specific businesses. For these ones, we asked our designers to push their creativity with Wix Studio's design features and go wild to create stunning visual experiences. Now we'll move on to something that's essential to giving site visitors a great experience: site navigation. First, we've redesigned and enhanced hamburger menus. We've added more design flexibility and made it easier to work inside the expanded menu container. And you can now scroll inside of it. It's also been made more accessible and SEO-friendly with menu content now indexed on Google. Mega menus are also getting a useful update soon, so that you'll be able to organize the hierarchy inside the menu in a simpler, more intuitive way. You'll be able to adjust the submenu layout from one panel, control the number of columns, and add spacing and padding. When you create a submenu, it will connect to the menu's main data, so you won't need to create multiple ones. And the coolest part is that when you go to the mobile, the mega menu will automatically turn into a hamburger menu with all the same data, so you won't need to recreate it. While you're creating amazing work, we want you to have the best experience possible. That's why we've introduced some small updates in the editor that will mean a big difference for your everyday work. Docking, margins, paddings, and gaps are the core positioning tools in every creation. So we're rolling out new updates to make them more straightforward to use. Whenever you want to add padding, you can do it now straight from the canvas and just drag to adjust it. This speeds things up and makes it easier to see how the padding affects your elements right on the stage. Along with that, we've added an option to use scalable units for all positioning properties, which will help maintain the harmony of your design while it scales. There are even more improvements to positioning in the works. The controls for positioning are being completely revamped. We're separating the padding controls from the docking and margins, which will let you work with more precision. These changes will also improve the reaction times whenever you're editing, so you should notice it's a smoother experience. Next, one of our most common questions from the community is about how to create header scroll effects. So we took the hint and we changed things up so you can add different effects in one simple step. When you select your header, you'll find a drop-down in the inspector where you can choose from different behaviors. You can make the header transparent or get it to change color, fade out, freeze, or disappear during scroll. This next change is rolling out soon, and it's going to speed things up when you make global design updates. We've revamped the site styles panel so you can change site typography and colors in just a few steps. The panel itself is also slimmer, so it doesn't hide the canvas while you work. We've got a few more changes coming up for site styles, which we hope to share soon. But that's not all. You'll find a few more quality of life updates in the Studio Editor. The first one is the Media Manager. It is now super quick to access. You no longer need to add an image to the canvas, then click, replace, and then find what you want to upload or use. Instead, you can just go to the left sidebar and go straight to the Media Manager. And while we're here, in the sidebar, another addition is the My Business tab. This is going to make finding, adding, and managing apps much more straightforward. Any blocks apps you've created will also be right there. You might remember the search function we recently introduced to save time finding elements in the ad panel. Using it will be even faster now with a keyboard shortcut to open the search with Command or Control plus F. And we've made it possible to drag elements directly from the results to the canvas. This next one is a super valuable tool for making sure your site performs perfectly before it goes live. Studio users can now generate a test site to view and interact with their site in a production-like environment. This means you can thoroughly test the site's design and functionality, login roles, apps, and the overall flow before it's officially published. You can even share the link with the team members to QA on different devices and with your clients for final approval. Okay, let's switch things up to AI, a topic keeping us all on our toes. As you know, we're constantly working on ways to make your experience as professionals as efficient and productive as it can be, which is why we're continuing to add a rich set of AI tools you can use to save time and make space for creativity and growth. You're already familiar with the many ways you can leverage AI on Wix Studio. You can make sections fully responsive or use AI to enhance images, like sharpening them or changing the background. If you need to jumpstart the writing process, there are AI tools to help you out with blogs, product descriptions, SEO meta tags, or Google Ads. You can even build branded apps using AI. And if you're not a developer but want to add some functions, we have an AI code assistant to help you get there. So today, I want to introduce new expanded AI capabilities. The first one is AI image regeneration. This one is coming out soon, and it's super cool, okay? This feature enables you to create a new image based on an existing one. So let's say you have an image from a client that isn't quite right. You can change it while keeping the essence you want from the original image. We're also introducing tools to speed up those repetitive, time-consuming tasks that take time away from creative work, like creating FAQ sections, writing quizzes for online programs, or creating pricing plans. And there's even more to come. AI for creating groups and loyalty reward programs, creating pay links, writing catchy email subject lines, and recommending ways to grow traffic based on data. Well, that wraps up the creation updates for now. There is so much more on the way, so stay tuned. Next, you'll hear from Oren, who's going to take you through what's happening with business solutions.
Thanks, Gali. It's great to be back. As you know, we're always striving to up our game and give you the power to meet any client's business needs. And the updates I'm going to give you today are no exception. We'll start off with stores, bookings, and events, and then move on to CMS and round off with some business management updates. There's a lot to take in, so let's dive right into stores. Last time, I spoke about our mission to give you unmatched customization capabilities for storefront design and showed you new ways to tailor product and checkout pages. Today, I want to focus on how we're giving you even more customization and extension capabilities to add or develop new functionalities for your storefront. I'm excited to announce that we've just added 25 UI slots for widgets and features across product, category, and checkout pages. Client needs can be very specific, and this new real estate for you to integrate third-party apps or add your own custom functionalities can really help you better meet those demands. Now, let's take a look at storefront design. It's no secret that the way clients showcase their products can make or break a sale. That's why we've completely revamped the slider gallery. We've added mobile settings, better design control over gallery navigation, and a new product sneak peek to help you boost sales. Speaking of boosting sales, we've heard your request and taken our native automatic discount capabilities even further with the new Buy X Get Y discount functionalities. You can now apply discounts on additional or different products, which means the combination of the new discount rules you can now create are practically endless. Another e-commerce field we know you get lots of requests from is wholesale. So we're really proud to have launched an integration with Faire, the world-leading wholesale marketplace. Your clients can expand their reach to B2B customers and sync their full catalog and inventory in real time across their Wix store and Faire. Plus, we've also got another integration in the works that will allow your clients to sell B2B with wholesale terms directly from their store. So stay tuned. You can also help clients expand their reach by connecting their stores to Amazon Marketplace with our built-in Amazon sales channel. And now it's also available in Japan, Spain, and Mexico. Okay, let's check in with bookings. You can now offer clients using bookings an omnichannel solution for selling products and services online and in person with our native retail POS. With it, they can manage all their sales from one dashboard, accept multiple payments, and sync their payments with their calendars. When it comes to bookings, communication is key. That's where our new email capabilities come in. They're designed to include all the relevant information a booking customer would need to know. Plus, they're customizable. You can edit the content and design, add dynamic data, set up automatic reminder emails, and more. And soon, we'll also be improving SMS notifications. The new update will let your clients send multiple text messages like booking confirmation, cancellation and reminder, or anything else. And the last booking update for today is about helping your clients better manage paying their team with our new native payroll calculator app. They can now set pay rates per service, use different pay rate models, set up a pricing plan, calculate the total gross pay, and more, all from their site's dashboard. Now, I want to talk about how we've made adding and managing events more efficient. We've just launched a new and improved recurring event setup so you can create recurring events in one go instead of adding dates one at a time. And soon, you'll be able to make those event descriptions even more detailed and engaging by embedding images, videos, Spotify tracks, and more with our Rich Content feature. All right, let's now focus on our CMS updates. The new dynamic Manage Item page allows you to edit and manage your client CMS collection directly from the live site. This means that any changes you make on the live site will automatically reflect in the CMS collection and anywhere it appears on the live site. Plus, you have full control over which site contributors or members can edit and manage specific items within the CMS collection. Another exciting feature we've just launched is CMS expressions. You can now combine static text with dynamic values from a collection field in a single string of text without code. This means you can now merge content from multiple fields in a collection, format field types like numerical values and currencies, add logical functions, and more. Next up, I'm excited to announce a highly anticipated Wix video integration with online programs. Your clients will now be able to upload videos directly to their online programs from Wix Video, giving them better video performance, security features, and customizable thumbnails. Over the next few days, we'll start rolling out a new automations funnel creator. With it, you'll be able to automate and streamline complex workflows on a canvas format, intuitively and at scale. Plus, it gives you more flexibility when building and customizing automations and provides a better user experience. Whether it's a sign-up flow or a product launch, being able to visualize funnels can really help you understanding your clients' advanced workflows no matter what industry they're in. Before I finish, I want to talk about an important aspect of business management for clients, and that's monitoring and understanding how their site is performing. Our new Analytics Highlights page filters through a site performance data and presents the most important takeaways, so they can keep track of key stats. All right, we're all up to speed with our new business functionalities, but keep an eye out, there's a lot more exciting things in the pipeline. Now, I'm going to hand it over to Yuval, our resident dev expert.
Thanks, Owen. I'm glad to be here with all of you to talk through the latest dev updates. We've talked a lot about growth today and saw how a few of you are expanding your businesses and income with Studio. I'm excited to introduce you to a new upcoming feature that's going to give you another way to grow, the Mobile Widget Builder. The Mobile Widget Builder adds a whole new level of customization to branded apps, allowing you to build fully custom mobile apps for your clients at a fraction of the time and cost it would take to develop from scratch. This feature is still in closed beta at the moment, but here's a sneak peek at what's to come. I think the best way to show you the potential of this release is to give you a look at the end result, a custom app that I've built. This should give you a feel for what's possible and what it's all about. This app I've created is called Little Star Sports. It's for a children's soccer league, and it uses various built-in capabilities that I get with the branded app framework, like an e-commerce experience, which I used here to purchase equipment for my kid, a groups experience. This lets me create a private group chat for parents, and a bookings experience, so I can offer services like reserving the field for a birthday party. Besides those features that Wix built for me, I've added custom functionality that I built myself in the Mobile Widget Builder, like this whole overview experience, which brings in data from the CMS, or how I can click and see where today's game is on the map, or view all of the league standings. You can see it's a pretty rich application that I've been able to create with less effort than building from scratch, because it combines Wix's solutions with what I've built. Let me jump right in and show you how I created it. So first, I'm going to open up the branded app editor. This is the first level of creation and customization. A lot of you are familiar with what you can do here. You can select the different screens and navigation you'd want for the mobile app, and add any of the built-in widgets as I've mentioned. Plus, you can define the site styles that fit best. And while I'm here, I'll quickly touch on our new design themes. You can now fully express a client's brand by creating a color scheme, and you can choose from a variety of new font families and typography kits. Definitely check that out. Now let's move on to that second level of customization. I'll open the Mobile Widget Builder, which loads up separately. This is where I can create widgets to be used back within the branded app framework. This environment may look familiar if you use Blocks or the Studio Editor, but it's a brand new editor which creates fully native mobile experiences. Let's take a look at how I built the league standing custom widget. I'm creating a new widget, and now, much like the Studio Editor, I can build my layout by dragging components onto the canvas. I'll skip ahead here to save some time. So in this example, I'm dragging in a repeater and adding some text and image components. Next, I'll set all the style, sizing, and alignment settings for those, and then populate with data from the CMS to quickly show the information coming from my team stats database. Back to my app's main widget. When we saw the completed app earlier, there was a link I could press to view the game location on a map. I coded that in the same way I would if it were a Studio website. I'll just call a new mobile-specific API to do that last navigation bit. So I didn't really need to learn any new coding skills. And really, with this builder, you're building native mobile apps, but leveraging the same skills and knowledge you used to create websites on Studio. Similarly, if you know how to code on our platform, you don't need to learn any mobile-specific skills. The code here is almost identical to what you'd use on the web. To make things even more efficient, your mobile app runs over the same backend as your website. That means the data and the functionality are shared, including your CMS collections and any backend code, so there's no need to build things twice. When you put it all together, this is a cost-effective way to build apps for clients. Because you aren't building completely from scratch, you're using our rich branded app framework and only building what's truly unique for a specific client. You're leveraging skills you already have and running on a shared backend, bringing down the upfront development costs dramatically. So ultimately, more businesses can afford it, and because purchases on mobile apps tend to convert at a higher rate than on the web, the app should pay for itself more quickly, especially when compared to traditional app development methods. Those typically involve very high upfront investment and development costs that take time to recoup. Plus, when this becomes available, it's going to be part of the revenue share program, meaning the apps you've developed will continue bringing in revenue while Wix hosts and maintains them. This is a really exciting release, and I'm sure a lot of you are keen to try it out. The Mobile Widget Builder is in closed beta at the moment, and we're working with a few select partners to test it and share their feedback. We want to hear from you to make sure we're building exactly what you need. We'll have a link on the Open Studio recap where you can apply to join the beta, and for those who are accepted, we're offering a branded app plan voucher for your first custom app. Spaces are limited, so I'd recommend that you apply soon. All right, so that was the demo part of our dev updates. Now I'll get into a few more of the releases we have for you. We're going to shift gears from developing mobile apps to developing web apps. Let's dive into what's new with blocks. This first update will save developers time or help designers build apps without needing to code. You can now connect UI elements in your app to the CMS, which allows you to add or edit dynamic data without code. The next update relates to what Owen mentioned earlier about how we've opened slots on store pages to extend their functionality. And that's exactly where devs come in. Using blocks, you can now extend our business solutions like stores and bookings by creating your own apps that integrate directly into them. And we've made it much less complex to do that. When you develop an app, you can choose where it can be placed. That way, any user who's using that solution can easily install your app directly onto it. This makes your apps available for a bigger audience and allows them to work seamlessly within the product. And when you need to build a new app, we've introduced some new starting points to help speed up your work. We've added a new page where you can find app templates to get up and running faster using your preferred development tool, whether that's self-hosted, Wix CLI, or blocks. Plus, in the blocks editor, you'll find a new library of widget templates. They're pre-built with a responsive structure and layout, and some even have business logic built in. Our final update is a small one in the Studio editor, but we wanted to share it because it'll make your lives easier when coding. You can now add code snippets right from the canvas, just by clicking on the Components menu. You'll get suggestions for events based on what you've selected. Once you choose it, the method is added, and you'll be directed to where to add the code. That wraps up all of our updates for today. As we mentioned earlier, you can get a roundup of everything we covered today in the recap page that'll be live after the event. But first, it's time for the Q&A.
Let's give a warm welcome to our panelists and dive into some of your questions. Okay, first question. I'm not a developer, but I'm looking to offer more custom solutions for my clients with code. What would be a good place to start? Yuval, I think you might have the answer.
Yeah, great question. So a starting point I'd recommend, and a good way to learn to code as you go, is to start creating with a code example page. Basically, you add a page to the site you're working on that isn't live, but that you can see in the editor, and it contains code for different functionality and directs you on how to use it. Also, as Gali mentioned earlier, we have our AI code assistant, which can help you write code based on a description of what you need it to do, and it can even help you find issues within your code and fix them automatically.
Okay, next one. I build a lot of dynamic pages, and I want to make sure my client's SEO isn't affected. Is there a way to control the SEO settings for dynamic pages? Oren, you can take this one.
Sure. Yeah, that's a valid concern. It's actually the reason why we're rolling out some changes to our SEO settings within the CMS. You can now change the URL slug for individual dynamic pages and enable automatic redirects to make sure traffic isn't affected. You can do this within the CMS collection itself.
Sounds good. Next up, we have a question for Gali. One of our partners asked, are you making any improvements to responsive AI?
Responsive AI is a focal point for us, and we're continuously working on optimizing the model to improve its result. Just recently, we rolled out a new batch of mobile improvements, and we've got a lot more in the pipeline.
Cool. The next question is, are there any more certifications planned? I'll take this one. We have a couple more certifications planned, and we'll loop you in as soon as we have details. But for those of you who already have the Wix Studio Designer certification, we recently launched an exciting partnership with Contra, the leading platform connecting creatives with clients all over the world. You can now get a Wix Studio Expert badge on your Contra profile. It's a great way to expand your service offering to new markets, put your skills out there, and reach potential clients. So if you haven't gotten your certification yet, now's a great time to work on it. Next question. I have the Velo Developer certification. Am I automatically qualified to get the new Studio Developer certification? Yuval, this one's for you.
Yeah, so if you already have the Velo certification, you'll stay certified, but you won't automatically get the Studio Developer certification. When we launched Studio, we wanted to create updated Studio-specific certifications that not only cover the platform's unique features and functionality, but also Wix apps built on blocks, Wix IDE, and custom automations with code. We do encourage you to go through the Studio certification process too. It's a great way to show potential clients that you're staying up to speed with the latest dev tools.
Great. And while we're on the topic of developing your skills, here's another question we got a lot. Are you still doing education workshops? And the answer is yes. Studio is still on tour, and we're bringing our educational workshops to more cities around the world in the next few months. We can't wait to meet you there. You can see where we are heading next on the event page in the Academy and save your spot once registration opens. This next question is for Gali. Is there a way to add animations to hamburger menus?
So we shared a few updates to hamburger menus earlier, but we're not done yet. I'm happy to say that the team is working on the ability to add animations to them as well. I know many of you are excited for this release, so be patient with us just a little bit longer. We'll let you know as soon as it is ready.
Great. Okay, next question. Which AI features could speed up my work and make store building more efficient? Oren, this one's for you.
Sure, we have a broad spectrum of AI capabilities to help you better deliver to your e-com clients, and we're constantly releasing new ones. From a store creation perspective, you can use AI to generate product descriptions or, for example, any other text across your store. In addition, you can also use it for visual content to create whatever visuals you're looking for, including enhancing your product images. In terms of customer acquisition, your clients could use AI capabilities to automatically optimize their SEO as well as to generate content for social media and email marketing. And there are also tools to help your clients increase conversions with smart product recommendations, or you can use a third-party integration we have to personalize the store and show the right products in the right order for the right user.
I actually have another one for you, Gali. Do you have any updates on accessibility?
Making sites accessible to everyone has always been a huge priority for us. We've been working on a robust tool for detecting and solving accessibility issues on your studio sites. So as soon as it's ready, we'll let you know. But in the meanwhile, we'll be rolling out automatic DOM order setting, which ensures that every element and section on your site is automatically organized to read clearly to site visitors using screen readers and other assistive technologies. Optimizing the DOM order is super important, both for your accessibility and your SEO efforts. And now you don't have to do it manually. It's on by default, but of course you can switch it off if you prefer.
Thanks, everyone. Those were great questions. Just a reminder, we'll share a link where you can find answers to all of the questions that were asked when you registered. And that brings us to the end of Open Studio today. Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you at the next one.